At the age of 23, this young man was already a superstar. He was rich, he was famous, he was happy. But one day, his happiness and his joy faded away. The same people that helped him get to the top were after his life. He was bullied, he was beaten, he cried for help, he made videos, he even sang about it, but the world did not listen. Instead, they danced to his cry for help. In the last days of his life, he accused everyone of being after his life, everyone, including his wife. But when he died, one man was accused of being responsible for his death. This is a sad story of Mohbad, the Nigerian artist who had the world on a lockdown after his death. People went into the street with placards screaming, "Justice for Mohbad, justice for Mohbad." But did he ever get that justice? And who is truly responsible for his death? In this documentary, I'm going to unveil the truth and the secret behind the mysterious death of Mohbad. My name is Priest Theophilus, and this is Fame and Fallout. To understand the story of Mohbad, let's go back to the very beginning. He was born Irelioluwa Oladimeji Aloba in 1996 in Ikorodu, Lagos. His father, Joseph Aloba, was a preacher and also a carpenter. Growing up, his mother was not always present in his life, so he was raised by his father. He wasn't from a rich home. At a point, Mohbad even worked as a carpenter just to survive. But from childhood, he carried something bigger than money, and that was music. Later, it was discovered that his father was also a musician who never made it to stardom. As a teenager who had no access to the studio, he started recording little freestyle on his phone and posting them online. At first, nobody cared because, of course, every now and then, upcoming artists are always posting freestyles on Instagram. It wasn't a new thing, but Mohbad felt that was the only way he could truly build his fan base, hoping that one day he might get discovered or even blow up from there. In everything, Mohbad never gave up. By 2019, his consistency paid off. The most controversial artist at that time, Naira Marley, noticed him. Naira Marley rose to fame with a lot of controversies, especially the EFCC arrest. He got so famous that he decided to start his own record label, and that was when he signed Mohbad as one of his very first artists. For a boy from the street, this was a miracle he had been praying for. At that time, Mohbad just wanted fame. He didn't even know anything about the music industry. And getting signed by Naira Marley was a dream come true because, of course, Naira Marley was a superstar and every artist's dream was to get signed to that kind of person. He got signed in 2019 alongside C Black, Zinoleesky and others. He released his first single, Koma Jensu, under Marlian Records featuring Naira Marley himself. That song got people talking. It brought him very close to limelight, but he couldn't really shine because Naira Marley was a stronger force. Fans focused on Naira Marley, leaving Mohbad in his own shadows, even though he got little recognition. Still, Naira Marley featured on other of his songs like Momo, Dido Lobo, Oja, and Overhype. Naira Marley and Mohbad were a force. The biggest collaboration then was Pomo. In 2020, Mohbad released his first EP, Light. The EP had hits like Sorry,
I go poly, but I no go class, daddy, I am sorry.
and Once Debe featuring Davido.
She come for the body, she no come for the dodo. My baby fresh and clean, she be like Ikoko.
But there was a problem. Fans were confused because Mohbad sounded exactly like Naira Marley. That again hid his identity. No artist has ever been successful sounding like another artist. Mohbad's real breakthrough came when he released the song KPK featuring his producer Rezi. That song took over Nigeria. It was played in every club. Everyone was screaming and singing along. It became a street anthem, and it followed up with singles like Backside, MMM, Suffer, and Feel Good. Now, Feel Good was different. It really defined an era of a new sound. That song topped the charts and had over 30 million views on YouTube. By 2021, it had multiple award nominations. That was a moment Mohbad found his own style. It was raw, energetic, and very street. He connected with ordinary people. He was finally having real success. He was making money, going to shows back to back. Fans were hailing him, and yes, he also had a good relationship with his label boss, Naira Marley. But this is where the story begins to take a dark turn. Before we continue, my name is Prince Theophilus. I'm a music business consultant, a career and a life coach. I help talent build solid strategies, avoid career mistakes, and grow their brand. So when I say talent, I mean every creative person, including content creators. So if you're an artist or a creative that is struggling in any area of your career, or a record label owner looking for the best marketing strategy for your artist, you can talk to me. I offer private consultation, but it's not free. All you need to do is send me a DM on Instagram with private session, and I'll reply you, and together we can take your career to the next level. So let's get back to the story. On the 9th of February 2022, something tragic happened. The NDLEA, Nigeria's drug law enforcement agency, stormed Marlian Records house.
Wunmi, stop it! Wunmi!
By this time, Mohbad was not in the house. He was out recording music. But then he saw the news online that Zinoleesky had been arrested, and chaos broke out of the Naira Marley's house. Mohbad's friend begged him not to go, but Mohbad refused. He said, "I can't leave my brothers behind." By brothers, he met his label mates, including Zinoleesky. So he drove straight to the Marlian's house. When they arrived, the NDLEA officers were already there, climbing fences, shouting orders. The whole place was surrounded. Mohbad immediately asked his female friend Dominica for her phone. He said, "Give me your phone." No, go live now. He wanted the whole world to see what was happening. And that live video quickly spread like wildfire online. Thousands of people were watching it in real time. Inside the compound, things got messy. The drug officers already handcuffed Zinoleesky and were dragging him on the floor. Mohbad couldn't take it. He shouted, he fought, he demanded a warrant. "Where is your warrant? You can't take him like that," he protested. That shouting turned physical, and then it got brutal.
Somebody's house, where's your warrant? You look like a criminal. You guys take yourself out. You cannot bring your warrant. Remove this nonsense from his hand.
The drug officers turned the butt of their gun and smashed it on Mohbad's head. Not once, not twice, countless times. Blood poured down. Mohbad screamed, "Look at my head, look at my body." He was shaking, injured, and helpless. But the NDLEA weren't done. They pushed him, his label mates, and his friend into a plain white bus, and they drove away. Dominica was still on Instagram Live. She hid her phone under her leg and kept streaming. That live stream was their only protection that night. At the NDLEA station, Mohbad was bleeding. His girlfriend Wunmi had been beaten too. Everyone was scared. Mohbad was released the next day because he had a show in Dubai. Then others spent more days in detention. That night left scars on Mohbad. Not just physical scars, but emotional ones. He never forgot the humiliation of being hit with a gun, bleeding, and being treated like a criminal.
The NDLEA came to they came to Marlian house. They took Zino, Shibomi, and others. They were arrested. Mohbad eventually joined them there when they was taking Zino, when Zino that was on cuff. Mohbad had the altercation with the officers. He had a physical altercation with the officers. Yeah, so they took him along with them.
After that assault, Mohbad was never the same again. He kept complaining, my head is paining me, my head is swelling. He wanted to go to the hospital, but somehow he never really got the treatment he needed. But here is where things even got darker. A sudden fallout between him and Naira Marley began. And it went crazy, and he made a video saying Naira Marley was after his life. He said, if anything happened to me, hold them responsible. This is the video.
So I don't know these people are behaving on me. They have been doing bad things on me. I went mad into it because of this issue. Now they are trying to everybody in your world, please help me if I oh, Naira Marley kill me.
Now, this is the part a lot of people don't know. Mohbad did not only accuse Naira Marley of being after his life, he also accused some key people, which I will later unveil in this documentary. But then, something confused everyone. At first, Mohbad fought for Zinoleesky like a brother during the NDLEA raid. He shouted, he resisted, he tried to protect him. Yet later, a video came out where Mohbad was crying and calling Zinoleesky a snitch. At the time that video was made, Zinoleesky himself was still under detention under NDLEA. Mohbad must have had something. Maybe someone told him that Zino gave information about the arrest, and in his fragile state, he believed it. That single word snitch follows Zinoleesky until today. People believe he betrayed Mohbad. After the Drug Enforcement Agency released them, Mohbad was taken to the hospital because his behavior worried his family. His father and his best friend reportedly took him to a place called Arrow, a psychiatric facility, to check if something was wrong with his mind. For 2 or 3 days, his wife couldn't reach him. He kept saying, please leave me, I just want to treat myself. Ever since that night, I've not been myself. He complained constantly about his head. Mohbad's wife, Wunmi, was scared. She told Dominica, a close friend to Mohbad, he said, his family want to kill him in Arrow, that is a psychiatric hospital. We must go to Naira Marley for help. Isn't that confusing? One moment, she was saying Naira Marley wanted to kill Mohbad. And the next moment, she wanted to go and beg Naira Marley to protect him. And why would his own family want to kill him? The same family that took care of him from childhood. There are so many secrets to be unveiled. Stay with me. After all this saga, Mohbad and Naira Marley found a place to settle. And they continue with their record deal. And Mohbad even dropped a song titled Peace.
Waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, many gist.
But by October 2022, Mohbad's relationship with Marlian Records collapsed completely. He cried out on social media, bruised, battered, bleeding. He claimed that he had been beaten by Marlian boys after requesting for a change of manager. He said, Naira Marley was there. They beat me up. If anything happened to me, hold them responsible. Pictures and videos of his injuries spread online. Some believed him. Some thought he was ranting. But one thing was clear, Mohbad was scared. He terminated his contract with Marlian Records. He accused the label of unpaid royalties. He accused them of bullying and threats. But Naira Marley denied all these accusations. He said Mohbad was high and lying.
And he came here. He saw me in the studio. He came with like 4 people. No, 3. There was 3 of them. All together with him 4. He said yo to me, yo. He sat down. C Black was in the studio. A lot of people was in the studio. The other 2 people was with in the studio. They did not even say anything to me. He just came to fight his manager. Sunday, I told him no, but obviously it's not in the right state of mind. It's just when he sat next to me, he was just smelling of the maddest shit. But I told him he's high.
But here is a big question. Did Naira Marley really bully Mohbad? What really happened between Mohbad and his manager? And who is this manager? Stay with me. I will unveil it to you. After he left the record label, Mohbad started his own record label, in Modernization, and he released a diss track from Marlian Records titled Thief. In that song, he talked about his pains, how he was threatened, how they even threatened his mother. After that, he released his album titled Blessed. But promoting that album was a struggle because it wasn't settled. But that album would later blow up after his death. In the midst of all this chaos, his girlfriend Wunmi gave birth. Now, having a child gave him more sense of responsibility, but it also made him more vulnerable and scared because now he wasn't protecting himself alone. He was also trying to protect his family. Mohbad fell into depression after leaving the record label. But as mother said, there was a time that Mohbad thought of taking his own life. He tried to jump from the window, but his girlfriend dragged him back inside.
At the point, me and Mohbad were in an apartment, and Mohbad was like, he wants to jump from the upstairs because of this labor issue. But we go hold this boy for window. Mohbad don't almost jump. Now his girlfriend just enter room, see Mohbad sit down for window. Because of all these things, bro, you can't just keep going under. And these people are just forming. There's nothing happening. Something is happening.
He was tired of the bullying. He was tired of the threat. He felt alone in an industry where his friends suddenly became strangers. After leaving the label, he claimed he was blacklisted. He said people kept reaching out to Marlian Records for his bookings. And whenever they did, Naira Marley would tell them that Mohbad is not in a good state of mind. So practically, Mohbad wasn't getting any show. So how was he expected to take care of his family? How was he expected to survive? One day, Mohbad was doing a video shoot. According to a video we saw online, Sam Larry and about 15 of his men, they went there with cutlasses and guns to attack Mohbad during the video shoot with Zlatan. He claimed they destroyed equipment worth millions. They beat him up and threatened to unalive him. Then on June 27, 2023, Mohbad filed a petition against Sam Larry. He also attached photos of his injuries and begged the police to save his life. But the police never acted on the petition. The letter said he didn't come to follow up. To Mohbad, it felt like even the system had abandoned him. Then came the darkest night. On September 12 of 2023, Mohbad wasn't feeling well. According to the story, an auxiliary nurse came to the house to treat him. She gave him injections, 3 different shots. Soon after, Mohbad's body reacted. He vomited. His skin broke into goosebumps. He had convulsion. And by the time he was rushed to the hospital, Perez Medical Hospital, it was too late. And just like that, Mohbad died. But now here is the confusion. The hospital released a statement that Mohbad was brought in dead. There was no pulse in him. There was no life in him. Now Wunmi, Mohbad's wife, said he was taken to the hospital and died 20 minutes after.
It was the 3rd injection that he reacted to.
How did he react to it?
After the injection, he vomited. He peed, and he started having reactions, started having goosebumps all over his body. His heart, it complained like he was feeling hot in his heart. Do you understand? Like he told us to get him some water. That I want to put some water in his body, which his brother did. And he also said he needed cold, he needed AC. Like he's feeling hot inside. Like the injection is making him hot inside. And we tried our best. We took him to the hospital, and like 20 minutes after, the doctor said he's dead.
20 minutes after he had landed in the hospital?
Yeah.
Then we also saw 3 boys with him in the car where they pronounced him dead. Now here is the question. Where did Mohbad really die? Was it in the car? Was it in the house before they rushed him to the hospital? Or was it in the hospital? Because immediately after Mohbad died, Instablock later posted that Mohbad died of ear infection. How? The next day, Mohbad was buried quickly in Ikorodu without autopsy. Now, this is the beginning of chaos. Videos of his coffin spread online. People started asking, why the rush? Why did the father allow them to bury him so fast? Why were they in such a hurry to bury him? Rumors of foul play grew louder. Fans refused to stay quiet. So they went into the street with candlelight, placard, and chant, "Justice for Mohbad," from Lagos to Abuja, every part of Nigeria. In fact, even the world noticed it. There were so many allegations everywhere. Some people accused Naira Marley of his death. Some said it was Sam Larry. Some said it was his childhood friend Prime Boy. Some even claimed it was juju, a spiritual attack. Others blamed the nuns. 2 actors also stood firmly at the forefront for the fight for justice for Mohbad, Iyabo Ojo and Tonto Dike. They took the matter personally. Iyabo Ojo went on Instagram Live and openly accused Naira Marley of murder.
Naira Marley, you sabotaged that boy. You frustrated him. You dealt with him spiritually, mentally, physically. Come out and arrest me that I said it and let's go to court.
K Solo also went on TV and said Naira Marley had a hand in Mohbad's death.
Naira Marley is involved. Naira Marley cannot tell me he's not involved. He has a hand in his death.
Because they were celebrities with loud voices, the accusation against Naira Marley grew stronger and stronger. But one man, very dark man, refused to follow the public. He started thinking differently. He said, what if the child was the issue? He insisted that Wunmi should do a DNA test to prove the paternity of the child. He said maybe that could be what led to Mohbad's death.
What if Mohbad discovers KPK not be his own? As him discover, they can't join hands together, can't buy him so that he no go reveal the truth. Or he no go disgrace them.
Most of the public kicked against his idea, especially women. They said he had no right to request for DNA tests. But then, Mohbad's father embraced the idea. Mohbad's father even said a close friend to Mohbad once claimed that the child was not for Mohbad. He was also alleging that Wunmi might have a hand in her husband's death because of the DNA issues. So the police started an official investigation. And in order to carry out the investigation, they needed to exhume Mohbad's body, which they did on the 21st of September 2023. They promised full autopsy and they detained Sam Larry, they detained Naira Marley, and they even declared Prime Boy, Mohbad's close friend, wanted. Immediately after Mohbad died, videos of him saying Naira Marley and Marlian Records after his life started trending. Even though those videos were over a year ago, and that strengthened the accusation against Naira Marley, Sam Larry, and the Marlian Records. While people were waiting for the autopsy reports, content creators were busy pointing fingers at Naira Marley. Not only that, another voice note leaked again. In the recording, Mohbad said if anything happened to him, they should hold his wife responsible.
I swear to my living God. You won't have to feel me do a while hospital. You won't have to feel me. Oh, you don't know anything. I swear you don't know anything. I swear to my living God. Me, ever since I've gone to the end of my life, I've been fucked up.
Now, this video shocked everyone because the same Mohbad who once accused Marlian Records is now pointing fingers at his own wife. Now, when they asked his wife in an interview, this is what she has to say.
So regarding that voice recording, it's something that is really, really sad, because let me just say, it's like those moments were his vulnerable moments. Do you understand? That was after the NDLEA attack, and that day was on my birthday, 2022. Yes, on my birthday, 2022, April 29. I was in the hospital because after the NDLEA issue, he was paranoid. He was living in fear. Like, it got worse to the extent that we went to the psychiatric hospital because he became a shadow of himself. He doesn't see himself as the Mohbad that everybody see him as. Do you understand?
She said Mohbad accused her because he was mentally challenged. So is it safe to say he was mentally challenged when he accused Naira Marley too? Funny enough, Mohbad also accused everyone other Marlian Records and their wives of being after his life. But strangely, the only narrative that is being pushed online was the one against Naira Marley. Is there anyone behind this? People waited and waited for the autopsy report. Finally, by 2024, pathologists told the court that the results were inconclusive. They said the body had decomposed too much. They admitted that the injection Mohbad received could have triggered reaction. But that was just speculation. In October 2023, police had already declared the nurse their main suspect. They believe that unlicensed treatment caused the death of Mohbad. After Mohbad's death, his wife Wunmi came forward with some shocking claims. She said ever since her husband died, her father-in-law became her worst enemy.
But now that he is dead, he's been saying different things. After my husband's demise, he literally called for my husband's properties, like the landed properties. his YouTube password, his car, like so many other things.
He
And
was asking you for it.
he was asking everybody. He was literally calling everybody to ask.
She accused him of constantly demanding for Mohbad property and royalties. She said, while he asked for justice publicly, behind closed doors, he was more interested in Mohbad's properties. She alleged that her father-in-law was making money with justice for Mohbad. And in fact, she said he raised over 26 million naira from people. On the other hand, Joseph Aloba, Mohbad's father, kept granting interviews accusing Wunmi. He said the child might not even belong to Mohbad. He said Wunmi was trying to take everything his son worked for. He even suggested that Wunmi herself may have caused Mohbad's death. Meanwhile, Wunmi cried that she's being bullied on every side by the public over DNA rumors and by her father-in-law at home. On February 2025, the Lagos DPP officially cleared Naira Marley, Sam Larry, and Prime Boy. They said there was no murder case. By July 2025, the coroner inquest gave their final word. They said Mohbad likely died of medical negligence and the nurse should face charges. But the fans didn't accept all these things. Many of them still believe something more happened. But the police did not do justice to the investigation because they never arrested or interrogated the 3 people that were with Mohbad in the last 24 hours of his life. They never explained the contradictions in his final moments. His wife said he died 20 minutes after arriving at the hospital. The hospital said he was brought in dead. So who is telling the truth? His father said when he arrived at Mohbad's house, his bed sheet was soaked in blood. Why? What really happened inside that room? Who were these 3 people that announced Mohbad's death in the car? If Naira Marley was really innocent, why did it take him so long to speak up after Mohbad's death? In the second part of this video, we are going to be unveiling the dark truth that led to Mohbad's death. And these are the areas we are going to be focusing on. What happened in the last 24 hours of Mohbad's death? In the final part, we will unveil the mystery behind the death of Mohbad.
Thank you for this award. Although Mohbad is not here with us anymore, but he lives on. Because I don't like to address him as my late husband, because he lives forever. Especially through our son Liam.
Pray for me, make it better for me.
Make sure you subscribe. Turn on the bell button so you don't miss other amazing stories like this one. And if you love stories like this, you can also click here to watch what happened that caused Mr. Ibu's death. Or click the playlist to watch more fame and fallout stories. My name is Prince Tufilos, and thank you for watching.